Hello, Soldier Boy here. So this is daily race A, which is the minis from Goodwood, and I must admit the race is very good fun. But before we start, I just wanted to say I had originally planned to do both the Manufacturers Cup and the Nations Cup on a live stream on Saturday, and obviously it didn't happen. I had a massive attack of hay fever to the point I could barely see, so unfortunately that didn't happen, which is a massive disappointment to myself because I had the free time. I wanted to take part. I'm aiming to do Tuesday night's Nations Cup. That's kind of my aim currently. If I can get my hay fever back under control, which I've kind of done, should be okay. So to the races. So this is daily race A, Goodwood and the Mini Coopers. At the end of this video I have done I wouldn't say a tutorial, but how I got my best lap. I'm still rated C. I start off in A safety rating, and my best lap gets better. So there's only two races. I did do a third, but it didn't record unfortunately. But this race, so we start in second position. We've got a 142.4, I think it was. So we go in second place. So we bogged down on the line massively. I'll talk about that more at the end of the video about my best lap. So into the first, it's not really a corner, a bend. We've got a car hot on her tail there. We're going to take it, keep the throttle down, just trying to avoid the German. He catches me as he swings a little bit. That's made us lose a few places. So we're down to fifth now. Only 4 lap races, but it is near enough full throttle a lot of the race. These cars aren't particularly fast. I think the max I got it to was 102 miles per hour. So down into 6th now. The first section I think is my fastest section, I must admit. A little bit of braking for this corner. Car goes, we had nowhere to go, there was no room on the track there. We've ended up going off. Managed to try and go back on. We did catch the car there. We got hit from behind as well. It's all going all over the place at this point. The Spanish guy hits us as he tries to take the corner too quickly. And we've come out of all of that in 6th place, which, considering we were on the grass for a little bit of it, not too bad. This is the bit of the track I don't like, is the final couple of corners, especially the last bit. The chicane is horrible to get right. So braking for the corner now. Hit from behind, that's going to send us off the track. He obviously wasn't braking. So Spanish guy again, he hit us previously as well. Taking the chicane quite well. We're going to have a decent run, I think, out of the chicane here. Down to 7th after 1 lap. But we should have the overspeed on the Spanish guy ahead of us. Hopefully. Taking that nicely. The Spanish guy's gone off the tracks. He's going to be slower, so we're going to take the position back from him. But we know he likes to hit you from behind. Luckily, we haven't got a penalty from any of that so far. And we've got the overspeed on 5th and 4th by looks of things. We're catching him very quickly there. Up to 102. Which is kind of top speed, I think, in this. Probably if I was in slipstream, I'd probably get a little bit more. So we've taken 5th. Narrowly missing 4th there. Braking for the corner. He's going to give us no space to turn. He ends up going off and coming out the worst of that. I wouldn't say that was my fault. I had the racing line, I was hitting the apex. He tried to turn in and came out a lot worse than we did. So lucky we carried on as we were. But up to 4th now. We have got a car on our back as well. And we're a couple of seconds down the road from 3rd. So podium at this point, we need some very good laps now if we want a podium. Got to be wary of the Spanish guy behind though, especially under braking. He doesn't seem to want to brake too much. So we're going to brake for the corner. He's going to go past us. He's going to carry a lot more speed. We've caught him as he slammed on the brakes in the middle of the corner. So that slowed us down and pushed him a little bit ahead of us. we probably brake far too much for the chicane there. We're going to get taken as well. I think that's an Italian flag. So we've got lots of people coming past us. The English guys back in. Yeah, with that knock and that really slow chicane didn't help us. We got a little bump from behind though, which has helped us. We're going to take this nicely. We've caught the British guy as we're sliding around the corner. That was our fault, admittedly. I apologise. Another British driver now on the right hand side. I know he's there. Just got to try and not touch him, but then I'm worried about him catching us. Full throttle here. His brakes for this bit. We don't brake. But then we will brake for this corner. Taking that corner better. No off-roading this time. We're up to 6th. Started in 2nd, so we're 4 places down on start. But considering the first lap shenanigans, we've done alright. Yeah, I know where I need to improve, admittedly. I know where I can get quicker. I'm within 3 seconds of the fastest times in the world using automatic, which I don't think is too bad. I have done a little bit of practicing with manual gears. I'm trying. Let's put it that way. This will be a very good track to try it on because you don't change gear very often. But yeah, I am trying to use manual gears a little bit. I'm just not using them for competitive races currently. Taking the last corner pretty well, and here's the chicane, which I can't stand. It's getting it right but keeping your speed up. That's the problem. You want to be close to that last bit of the chicane. We took it fairly well though. We're still in 6th. Fastest lap of the race for us, 1:45. 3 seconds off the fastest lap of the race. So we need some good corners. If we're going to catch anyone in this race, we need some very good corners. Last lap. All we need them to fight. If they fight, that helps us as well. There is that. We've got a little bit of a gap to the car behind as well, so that will help. Full throttle now for the corner. Got to take this corner well. So braking a little bit, trying to keep the speed up. We're still mid-70s, so that's good speed through the corner there. A little bit slower than I'd want. We're hitting 60s on the exits, that's not too bad. We want to be 60s. But I don't think we're catching. As long as there's no mistakes at the end by us, we should keep 6th position, I think. And this was my first race, comparatively, on Daily Race A. So, which isn't too bad. I did about 10 laps of practice beforehand, just to get a decent qualifying time. And as you see, it qualified me in 2nd. But I am A-rated safety at this point. But still C-class, luckily. The final chicane. As long as we take it cleanly, we should be right. And across the line. End of the race, 6th place. So not too bad. I can't say I'm disappointed. I can't say I'm pleased. It's one of those really. I started in 2nd. I know I could have done better. Where was we expected to finish? We was expected to finish 5th, so we're okay. I actually do gain a bit of driver rating for that race in the end. I did check afterwards. And safety rating should have gone up. So this is the 2nd race. Like I said, there was 3, but the 3rd one I didn't record it for some reason. So I've improved my time a little bit, but I'm only starting in 5th this time. Still safety rating A with a C-class driver rating. I haven't got traction control on at this point. I'll explain about that at the end of the video when I discuss my best laps. So 5th place start. We've already gained time on the 4th. We've taken 4th place. It's going to make turn into this very difficult though, but we've managed to keep it, keeping it tight to him without touching. It's a lot cleaner to start this time than before. and we've got the slipstream. He hasn't. So we are slowly getting ahead of him. A little bit of a nudge there, but not too badly. So we've now got past him. We are in 4th, and we've got slipstream. So that's why he is slowly dropping behind us. He's now going to go behind us to get our slipstream. Maxed out 102 miles per hour now. Taking the corner full throttle. Second has gone off onto the grass, that will make him slower. Braking for the corner. We've got bumped from behind by the German. So a little bit more off-roading. That happened in the last race on the first lap as well. So he's going to take 3rd away from us. We've got another bump from behind there after coming back on track. We're up to 4th. German's now gone off onto the grass as well. So we should have the overspeed on him here. Taking the outside line. I think he has got a little bit of slipstream though, which is going to make things a little bit difficult. So he's, yeah, we haven't kind of got a little bit more speed than him, but not by much. Probably maybe 1 mile an hour quicker or something. So we're going to take his slipstream, and then we're going to go for the inside. I'm wary of him turning in, but I didn't want him braking suddenly on me. Taking the corner quite nicely. Still in 4th. Braking for the chicane. Didn't really get the speed on the exit. We got bumped from behind though, which will boost us forward. It's kind of what we needed there, because we definitely didn't take the chicane well. So end of the first lap, we've gained 1 position. We're now in the 4th. Should be full throttle around this corner now. Got to try and keep it. I've hit the grass though, so that's going to mess up my speed coming out. So there we go. We get a little knock off as the car goes past us, but we did take the British guy, so still in the 4th. He went off the grass of his own accord, I think, by the looks of things. We were lucky to end up keeping 4th come the end of it. But we've still got a chance. Mistakes will happen, people will fight, so it's going to depend how well we take this corner now. Fairly well. 3rd place has gone off for a little bit of off-roading, and there's a penalty ahead as well. Probably a bit slower than we would have liked on that corner. The penalty for first though, so dropping back a little bit. That's the one thing I did notice. Like I say, I've done 3 races, and out of all 3, I didn't see many penalties. I'd assume the only ones you really get in a contact and track limits, but I can't. It's only if you majorly cut a corner, I would have said. I didn't notice in all my laps of practice and everything else. I didn't get a track limit penalty once. I don't think. Probably a little bit wider than I would have liked there, but good speed for it. In the chicane now. A little bit slower, not too bad. The chicane's a bit that always catches me out, so we have dropped a little bit back from the 3 cars ahead of us. We've got a little bit of a gap to the car behind us as well. We need some good corners now. Probably could have taken that corner a bit tighter. Here's the penalty coming up ahead of us. So we'll drop them back a little bit. We've got no slipstream at this point. So that's probably not helping us, but then I'm hoping they all start fighting. That will help us, and it looks like they are fighting quite a lot. And we know the German isn't afraid to hit someone, so we do feel like we're catching them at this point. Decent speed around the bend. One of them's gone off a little bit of off-road on the grass, so that will slow them down a little bit. Still got a chance of podium, that's the thing. Pretty sure one was on the grass ahead of us as well. Not too worried about the cars behind at this point. I'm just trying to push, trying to catch the cars ahead. Slipstream's the thing that's stopping me at this point. I don't think I'm quite in the slipstream range. Alright, final couple of corners of the 3rd lap. Got to take these well. Decent speed carried through. Taking it nicely, using a bit of the curb there. Another penalty ahead. That was me saying I haven't seen many penalties. A couple of cars have gone a bit off-roading after the chicane as well. That will give us the overspeed. We're going to take one of the Germans now. Flying past him. 2nd place has got a penalty as well. I think we might try and take him before he gets to the penalty line though. Kind of a little bit off-road as he went to the defensive there. We've taken that badly because of his defensive line, which is our own fault. So the German is going to come back at us now, but we're still into third, and the guy behind us now got a penalty, so he's going to drop further back. So now we just need to keep it clean, and we've got a podium. So all out. This is where normally I bottle it massively and screw it up. We shall see. So still full speed. Haven't quite got 102 this time. Taking the corner nicely, keeping good speed. Penalty for the car in second. If we can get close enough, we could take second place, but we've got to get close enough. Just trying to get within his slipstream. Just got to catch up. He'll be a second come the end of the race, so we need to be within a second of him come the end to gain second at this point. It's going to be close, I think. It's all going to come down to the final corners and the chicane, which isn't good for me. Braking for the corner. Taking it a lot slower than I normally would, and gone off as well. And we're now for the chicane. Far too heavy braking there. He's gone off. I think we're going to be just outside the range we need to be. Take second away though. And we finish in third, which wasn't too bad. We're taking the chicane better. He went off. We may have just cracked into second place with his penalty, but it was what it was at the end of the day. It was a good race, good position for us. Third place. That did move us back to safety rating S. Thank God for that. The driver rating, we are mid C rated now, so we're fairly in the middle. We are trying to get to B. So I thought something that someone else said to me about trying to do, we were meant to finish 8th, finish 3rd, brilliant result, is explain how we're doing my laps. So I've slowed down a little bit on different parts. So you want to start traction control on number 1. That will give you a massive boost head start to everyone else. You won't bog down on the line, whereas you'll find everyone else will. That's what I found the third race. Like I said, it didn't record, otherwise I would have shown this more on the third race. But massive boost if you have traction control on 1. And then head into the first bend. And I'm not saying I've got the best lap time in the world, but it's things I noticed and things that I was trying and was getting better lap times because of. And this isn't my fastest lap. You'll see the little mistakes I made, but I know where I'm going wrong. So here on this corner, you want to be on that white line on the right hand side. You want to take that tight. That gives you a much better chance of keeping on the track instead of going onto the grass. And again, tight again. You know, your speed should be good. And now it's full throttle all the way now. No braking at all. You want to be hitting 102 miles per hour. If you're not hitting 102, you've messed the first couple of bends up. And I'm not, yeah, there we go, 102. And we're going to slow down a little bit now. So this corner here, do not brake. You don't need to brake. You need to hit the apex. You need to hit it tight to the right. I could have gone a little bit brighter, and I think that would have been perfect. And here, you want to, once you've let the car naturally bend around, you want to move to the right. And then I braked a little bit early. Should have been braking at the cone. Hit the apex as much as you can. Take as much speed. You want mid-70s speed through this corner. And you should keep it on the track if you control it correctly. Mid-70s gives you a very good speed through. And the tighter you are to the apex, the easier it is to control. You can drift a little bit wide, as the cone indicates anyway, once you're on that right hand side of the track. But you get very good exit speed if you keep mid-70s. And then as we come to the next corner, this one is I found quite difficult to get right at times. So if you're using cones as braking markers, don't brake on the doubles as you normally would. Brake on the single and then turn in under braking. That will skid the car round. You want to be hitting this right hand side apex and try and naturally turn the car. This is a bit slower than I would have wanted to do it. You want to be 60s plus around this corner. Our exit speed's good. I probably could have hit it a bit quicker. I was 59 when I hit the apex. I should have been about 60. and that will give you good speed coming out. You can see that I'm already up to 80 miles per hour now. And then at the end you want to be hitting 99 miles per hour before you hit braking point here. If you're not hitting 99, you're a little bit slow out of the previous corner, that's the thing. There we go, so we're here 99 miles per hour. Ignore the first lot of braking markers, and I use the white board on this left hand side, the 50 metre sign, to start braking. I turn in slightly under braking. I need to be further on the apex there on the right hand side, but you want to be aiming for the cone or the house behind, whichever way you want to use, and then turn right. Again, you want to try and clip the apex here and use the natural cornering of the car to bring you round. You should just touch the outside there. There we go. And then this is the chicane, the bit I struggle with. So although I can tell you what I've tried to do, I'm still getting it wrong massively. So I don't brake until I hit the first part of the chicane there to about 60 miles an hour, and then try and keep it tight to the left hand side without touching. You've got to keep it on the track. You want to be 50 miles an hour plus coming out that corner for the best lap times. That's what I've found so far. So I hope they help people. Like I say, there is automatic gears. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.